Oh, okay. Alright. Get settled in here. Unbelievable. Got Cawfee. Very important. Very important thing to have. For the Z. Very important. Very important to have. So, yeah. Make sure we're locked in for that. Make sure we're locked in for that. Are my lurks current? No. Oh, actually, that's not bad. Oh, it's just because you just started live. Okay, listen. I was actually on top of it. My lurks be looking good. They do be looking Gucci. Good. Good. We're current. We're on top of it. We're taking care of our people. We're doing friends before frames. All the important stuff, you guys. All of the important stuff. Okay, now let me see what's happening over here. Herm. That's where I want it. That's where I want that. Make sure there's no ants on me. I probably should have done that before. Well, if there's any ants on me, hopefully one of you will let me know. Not that you'll be able to see. Not that the fidelity will be high enough, or that the lighting will be sufficient such that you can see, but you know, on the off chance that one of you can. Maybe your digital vibrance is turned up super heckin' high on your NVIDIA settings. I don't know. Greetings, salutations all. Very good to see you. Hi. How's stuff? How's things? How you guys doing? You guys made it to week's end. That's pretty cool. It ain't nothing. Listen, the alternative is death. And though some people undoubtedly died between when I saw you last and when I'm seeing you now, pretty glad that you're not among them. Sorry. Pretty glad. Pretty glad that you're here. Welcome, welcome. Alright, let me see. I think this is all kind of where I want it. I think this is all stacked kind of where I want things to be. That should be turned down. Ooh, that would have sucked. That would have blown out everybody's ears. We don't love doing that. No, we don't. We're not a big fan of that. No. Not a big fan of that. I gotta catch up. Mel, hello, Mel. Arcos on the weeks and morn. That's very good, very good. Get the blankies. It's good to see you. Hello, welcome in. Look at what we got here. He said, it's me. And V. It we. How you doing, sir? Good to have you in. Thank you for calling him out, Guts. I appreciate you call out that heli fella. Oh, and then Mel did it twice. Bet. Good. Heli should be called out twice. That actually tracks. This is a very good thing. Thank you both for seeing to it that this man's is got properly called out. Yeah, appreciate Wild. Hi, Wild. It's very good to see you. Hello. And Intra. Hello, Intra. Good morrow to you, madame. And Guts to you as well, madame. It's good to see you guys. Ski. Early stream. It's true. Ski, it's good to see you, my dude. I hope that you've been well. I have been able to lurk the past, I don't know how many of your streams, but I never get to bother you guys. You all know this. I don't even know what my watch time's up to on your channel. It's just an unbelievable number is what it is. Ski, thank you for being here. It's good to see you. Yes, I stream on Saturday mornings now. And Saturday evenings. I'd added a stream. So still, gang, Tuesday and Fridays and Saturdays at 5 p.m. Pacific. And now I have a 90-minute just chatting stream on Saturday mornings. So that I can have my just chatting coffee and chill, chaps. The C. With thee. That's right. So, that's what we're doing. It's good to see you. Welcome. Hat tips, Mel. Hat tips to you. Blinker fluid. Oh my gosh, I just got it. I'm never going to catch up with chat. Well, at the moment, I'm glad to hear it. That is a moment-by-moment thing, I'm afraid. Oh. That wasn't great. That was not my best work. That was not... Oh, I was going to say points for speed, but I didn't even have that. Certainly no points for accuracy. Just sadness and embarrassment. And you don't get points for those. You don't get points for them. Also, you know how I know I need to freaking lose weight? Huh. This shirt doesn't fit anymore. Sure. But you know what's really cool? Almost all of the sugar is out of the house, you guys. That's a big to-do. It took a really long time, but almost all the sugar is gone. It's good. Finally, I get to drop the 10 pounds I need to lose. 10 whole heckin' pounds that we gotta lose them, baby. We gots to lose them. It's guts to happen. It guts to go. Let me see here. Just got off break. Oh. Which means back to work then, Helly? Kitty! Hi, Kitty. Good morning. Good morning. Hello, hello. And Val, monitoring and coloring session with Jensen, so I'm lurking. Monitoring the coloring session, yes. So that the coloring stays on the page and not on the walls. I understand. It's good to have you, Val. Glad you're here. Wayne, greetings, salutations, my friend. I was thinking of you last night. I was watching a video about arc raiders and I thought of you. It's good to see you, my dude. Welcome in. Welcome. Plot twist, he fell asleep in his chair again. Nope, not this morning. No. Has he done that before? He has, several times last week. Not on stream as far as I know, but he mentioned it happened twice last week. There you go, it's twice last week. It's true. I hear a voice! It's true! Wait, which voice do you hear, silly? Like, how many voices are there? And what are they telling you to do specifically? It's good to see you. Welcome in. Mobile Rumble is a full 10 seconds behind Twitch Mobile. So rude. Is it live? Because, here, I'll do a test. I'll always do the test for you. Test. You guys ready? I'm going to hit test in the multi-send, and I'll tell you where the streams are. Ready? Go. Rumble first. Twitch, really close second. Now we're just waiting on YouTube. That's right. Hey, no, that's not it. That was Creep. Hiya, Creep. Good to see you. Hang on. There it is. There's YouTube. That's the delay. Rumble goes first. Twitch is basically tied with it. And then YouTube is down there. So, something on y'all's end. Something on y'all's end. I don't know what to tell you about it. I don't know what to tell you. Guy, what to tell you? It's me. Hello. It's true. Court. Hiya, Court. Good evening. Good evening. Good morning. Good morrow. It's morning for me. Good morrow to you, madame. Welcome. How you doing, Court? Hey, stuff, hey, stings. I like the blue. Oh, I'm glad you like it, Wild. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, this is I get to mix the red with there's like a plum with the, yeah. So, thanks. I'm glad you like it. Valk, sick again. No, Valk. What, you got a little plague bearer running around? Listen, Bebe's too small to be running. So where are all the germs coming from? It might be like you're visiting family or something. Who's giving you all these germs? Valk, I'm so sorry that you're sick. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's lousy. I'm glad to see you here, though. It do be int camouflage. A little bit. A little bit. It's true. Hello, Dapper One. Hello, Intra One. Welcome. Man's wearing my color scheme. I like it. Yeah. Wang the other day said he liked this shirt on me, you guys. He was like, that's a great color. It's my favorite color. I'm glad. Yes. It was, I wore the shirt on Wednesday. I think I wore black, though. It was red and black. Actually, I have two of this shirt, which is, it's a little too long of a story. I'm not going to tell that story. Stupid Macy's. Fighting the mobile lags while computers out of commission. Boo, out of commission, boo. Baller to see you in Zen stream last night. Oh, yeah. I finally had a chance to go bug a couple people that I've been meaning to bug for literal months. What's funny is I've had Zen pulled up. I've had a tab. I've got like a bank of tabs open for people that I need to do vibe checks on. Now I've got a whole category of people that I've bookmarked, and I'm like, yeah, I'll get to those when I have time. But more pressing than that are people that I'm like, okay, I need to do vibe checks on these people sooner than someday. Months have yet passed, so those tabs are just up all the time. So I'm lurking those people, but I hadn't got a chance to do proper real vibe checks and go actually look at the streams yet. Zen is one of them. And I'm like, no, okay, like I gotta do it. So I got to go see Zen last night. I'm like, nope, Zen's in the CNRs. And if you're in the CNRs, you're doing hard mode stuff, like... So, there's a handful of you. Who actually do the CNRs that I still need to go bother on stream. Lots of y'all have my watch time. And that's what's important because that gets you the concurrent viewership that matters for monetization and all the rest of it. But many people don't have my follow. That's because I'm terribly stingy with my follows. Just super stingy with my follows. So, yeah, got to go bug Zen last night. It was pretty funny. He's like, "You've watched for 8 days and haven't followed?" I'm like, here we are. Here we are. All the love. Ooh, the iDrop content. That's right, Ski. The iDrop content. It remains a staple. It remains a thing. No, it's good to see you. I'm glad. Thank you for the love. I appreciate it. Howdy at work, but here. Oh my gosh. Duckling, that's crazy calling in from work, especially your work. Glad to have you. Super good to have you. Red Wolf. Good to have you back, Red. Didn't scare you off last night, huh? That's cool. That's a great deal. Gang, I don't know who all I lost last night. If I lost anybody, I sure hope I didn't, but you know, anything's possible. Last night was a bit heavy for some. For others, it was just repetition of themes that you've heard 1,000 times. It was just getting reps in with stuff you're familiar with. But for some of you, it was the first time hearing such things, and so the fact that you're back means a great deal. Good to have you, Ed. Good to have you. High speed, low drag. That's right, we do be zooming. We do be. Ski number 2, thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it very much. An awful heckin' lot. Last year I couldn't fit in my ski pants. This year I could. 280 to 240. Congratulations, sir. That is no small drop. Very cool. The gut has guts to go. Yes, kind of. Yes, kind of. Yes, like that. Was not watching my weight throughout the pandemic. Finally lost what I was holding on to. You got this. Thank you, Intra. Yeah, I know what I need to do because I did it all last year. Last year was our health reset. So I didn't have a drink or a cigar all year. And that's fine. But I didn't have a lot of that stuff to begin with. Like alcohol, just empty calories. So that was fine. You cut that out and that's just a benefit for dietary reasons. But the main benefit last year was we cut out added sugar. You still have fruit. Just fructose, you get actual natural whatever, but added sugar, anything with added sugar we didn't have. We cut it out for the whole year. And yeah, I lost all the weight and I could fit in my oldest suits and my oldest vest. And yeah, that was a stretch goal last year, was to see if I could fit in one vest in particular. And the whole time I was wearing it, I'm like, damn, I'm really glad that this thing is solidly constructed. Because if not, one of those buttons was gonna punch a hole straight through a monitor. Not clink off of the monitor and oh, it scuffed the no. Through the monitor, out the back, maybe out the window on the other side. It was close. It was close. It was close. But I lost 15 pounds last year. And that's I'm down, I don't know. I've lost 8 pounds. But I gotta lose more. I gotta lose 10 more. 10 more and I'll be happy. That's what I wants to get. Actually, I'd really love to lose 13 pounds. I just don't think it's gonna happen. 13 more pounds? I don't know. I feel like my set weight has gone up. And a lot more muscle density than last year, too. My workouts, as a consequence of last year and me being disciplined and staying on top of it, means I got a lot more density. Because of the full body weight stuff. The planche progression stuff is no joke. No joke. Are you sure it's not muscle? Oh, respectively, more fit than I've ever seen you. Nope, it's fat. It's fat, but thank you. I got some weights to go. Some of it is density, but I know some of it's fat because I know where that hangs out. Got my Rumble fixed up to Steam. Stream those lurkies. I love it. Thank you, Ski. I appreciate you very much. Very much indeed. Gang, all of you guys who got multiple tabs open on Rumble, on Twitch, even on YouTube, at least one of you pulled up on YouTube. That's crazy. Thank you guys. It means an awful lot. Gets us in front of more eyeballs. We get to meet new friends. That's pretty sick. Gotta say. Oh, just woke up. That's crazy, Red. That's crazy. I wish. Creep, there you are. I'm finally down to my test. God, I'm behind. Creep, it's good to see you. Welcome in. Hope you and yours are doing all right. Indeed, is live. Rumble is stuck on the starting screen for me. Did you refresh the page? I would refresh the page intro. I would do that thing. YouTube on that Internet Explorer time. That's true. I'd say they're living in the past, but maybe it's nostalgic. Maybe that's if they had like a branding manager, they'd be like, no, it's not ancient, it's nostalgic. They're like, yeah, it's like AIM. AOL Instant Messenger, you guys, yeah. Testy, EDK. Oh, I haven't seen you in forever. How you doing, EDK? How's the semester going? How's all the school stuff? Wait, are you on spring break? Are you on spring break now? Either way, it's good to see you. Welcome in. Welcome. Cook! I did not! Just existed in the daylight. I do exist in the daylight. Let me tell you, this light, you are smashingly more debonair. Cook, I'm grateful for the kind fibs. It means an awful heckin' lot. Yes, my lighting is the same all of the time because I have curated all of my lighting. But I am grateful. I'm grateful indeed. It's good to see you. Yes, I added a stream, Cook, to Saturday mornings. I have a 90-minute just chatting stream on Saturday mornings now as of the beginning of March. So yeah, this is our 4th get-together, question mark? No, 3rd. 4th. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is our 4th Saturday morning stream, you guys. It's crazy. For the just chatting, coffee, and chill chads. The JCCCCC. Yeah, so we got coffee now. It's pretty cool. Just like you guys. That's right. Cook, I hope your stream went well last night. I pulled you up literally and then went to bed. You started as I was going to sleep. I'm like, cool, caught ya. I got to pull you up on the Twitch and the Rumble, and off we went to sleep. Hope you've been doing okay, brother. I wasn't blaming you, sir. Yes, you were. No. A dapper-suited Spider-Man. Those reds and blues. Yeah, that's right. No, that's exactly what we were aiming for. No, it wasn't. Love that I'm able to catch a Gus early morning stream. Yeah. I'm glad to see you. I'm glad there's so many of you that I don't get to see any other time. I know that my normal start time is like late for a lot of y'all. The old start time was like prohibitively late for most of you, so. I joined this morning because last night's talk was very relevant for me. Was it, Kitty? That's why you joined this morning? You were like, I suppose I'll go back. Why was it relevant, Kitty? If you want to share, you don't have to. But if you thought that something needs elaborating on or something you want expanded upon, let me know. Let me know. Could use some moral support today. Moral support, creep. Crossroads. Trying to decide if I can keep going with my working. Going on disability, because I was told Wednesday I have advanced stage 3B kidney damage. I don't know what that is, but it doesn't sound great. And it doesn't matter what it is specifically for your question at the crossroads. I would say the answer is a little more longer-winded than this. But the short answer is, Sir Creep, genuine answer. Work is not what we think it is. Okay? Work does not mean going out and doing manual labor. This is something that we guys tend to do in particular, but everybody tends to do this, where there is something fungible for the result of your work. You put your hand towards something, you frame a house, then you sit back and look at that. I did that. And we say that that's what work is. Great. And then you collect a paycheck in exchange for your sweat. Okay? That's not what work is. Work is productive effort toward an ends. Okay? So, or towards an end. So you can do work. Lots of work. There's perfectly good work to do out there. And I tell everybody, work. Work your asses off. Work hard. The source of depression, in the broad sense of people losing purpose and all that stuff. I don't mean the neurochemical blah, okay? The source of people feeling defeated and deflated today is lack of work. Which could be also said, lack of purpose. They're the same thing. Now, I'm not saying that your career is your purpose. I'm not saying that your career is your value and the two are married. That's not accurate. That is not what I'm saying at all. Don't misrepresent it. Don't misunderstand. But you must produce something. You must work toward an end, whatever that looks like for you. And again, this has to be broad. That's how humans work. Across the spectrum of capability, okay? If you're born in such a state that you're in a wheelchair or whatever, that's why you can't say work is the ability to climb stairs. Okay? Everybody's got different giftings. Everybody has different abilities. You have to work in however you can. So, whether or not you're collecting a disability check makes no difference whatsoever. Does your mind work? Put it to work. Do research, do study, do some sort of think something, do writing, do some sort of work. Is housework real work, you guys? You bet your ass it is. Fixing up a house, cleaning a house, chasing children around, all of that is work. Training the dog, cleaning up after the dog, painting a room, vacuuming the carpets. Work, 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 work. It's all work. We must work. We humans die without work. So, the answer to your question is, do not stop working. But work isn't what you and many others default to picturing. There are countless ways that you can contribute to your family. Countless ways that you can support and provide. That don't necessarily mean commuting somewhere, clocking in, taking a lunch break, working more, clocking out, and commuting home. Okay, that's my short one. That's my. I feel very strongly about this. The anecdotal evidence is there, of course it is, but the empirical evidence, you guys, is undeniable. We must work. I don't care who you are, what circumstance you are in, you must work. You will die without it. Ask any attempted retiree if they haven't died already, because many do. For want of contribution, for want of purpose, for want of need, for want of something to get you out of bed in the morning. You die of it. It's a fatal thing. So there you go. Okay. Let me see here. I hardly follow people, so I get you. Yeah, Intra, being stingy with follows, I get it. Couldn't be, always been followed, don't question. Yeah, okay, there's indeed a heckin' talk. It was an important one. Guts has guts to go, is how I tell people I'm having an Oh, monitor would have an entry and exit wound. Actual facts. Actual facts. I still have shirts from when I was like 17. No shot I'd fit in them now. Yeah, I have like one. I have the one vest, and it's my like incentive vest. Like if I can fit in that vest sort of thing, but it's a vest. It takes up tiny amount of space. It's one article. I don't have an entire wardrobe that's like, yes, my gold clothes. About one stitch away from being a projectile. Absolutely, Intra. That thing was robustly built, I gotta say. Gots to lose weight, something fierce. Oh, only 50 pounds or so. 50 pounds, you got this. I believe in you, Red. I believe in you, let's do it. Hi for pizza, Zen, speak of the devil, he shall appear. It's good to see you, sir. Welcome on in. Glad to have you from work. What a gem. Lost a total from my heaviest in 2020. 60 pounds. You've lost 60 pounds, Intra? Congratulations. That's crazy. Wow. All of y'all out there who've shed some amount of weight, I don't know, whenever it's like, for me, I'm like, yeah, I'll get 10 pounds. That was a lot of work. 15 pounds, 20 pounds, holy moly. So whenever any of y'all are like, yeah, 40 pounds, 60 pounds, some of you are like 100 pounds. I know a person in this community who's lost like 180 pounds. And I'm like, that's me. I'm the 180 pounds. You lost me? And they're like, yeah, joke's on you. It's because I unfollow. That's how they ditched the 180 pound. That's crazy. Good for you. Good for you both. Don't want to talk about how much weight I've gained. Slowly but surely working it up. Good for you. Work it, baby. Work it. Let's go. Accountability buddies. Let's go. Recently heard a funny thing about the history of nostalgia. That sounds like the beginning of a joke. That sounds like the beginning of a joke, Kelly. I don't know. Is that accurate? Semester? I'm done with school. I'm good. Oh! Wait. Oh, I'm sorry, EDK. Okay, EDK. I have a confession to make. I have this thing in my brain. I met you and Diesel at the exact same time, okay? I met you both via DK at the same time. You are very different. You guys are so different in terms of like circumstance, age, background, to all of it, okay? But in my brain, I still EDK, I still occasionally can mix you two up. I'm so sorry. So embarrassing. Thank you, EDK, for setting me straight. Ridiculous. Thank you for tolerating me. Hashtag fake friend, EDK. I'm so sorry. Question on behalf of the Red Wolf team. Would you enjoy a rocks glass or a whiskey glass more? Those are the same things. Unless you mean like a snifter. Unless you mean like a whiskey tasting glass. Like one of the ones with the little nub at the bottom that you hold. Like the little glass bit and then it's got the little like tulip look to it. Do you mean that? Like a whiskey tasting glass? An actual snifter? I'd say a rocks glass. Rocks glasses are versatile for me. All these things back here, all these little rocks glasses, I like them. They're a little sturdier too. Snifters are, I don't know, they're usually very thin. They're very fragile usually. And I'm not that much of a purist. I'm just not. A lot of folks out there are. Anybody who works with snifters is like, yeah, you have to hold it down here, like a wine glass, so that your hands and the smell that's on your hands, because all hands contain smell. Whether it's just the oil of your skin or whatever, fragrance from hand soap, whatever it is you're doing, all that jazz. You want to keep it away from the nose so that you can smell unadulterated when you're doing the whiskey smelling and tasting and all the rest of it. And so it's like your hand has to be down here, not up at the rim. I'm not that big of a purist. I like my whiskey, don't get me wrong, and I know a lot about whiskey, but I don't do that. So, rocks glass? Here. What, phone? Oh, water the needy boys. That alarm goes off every Saturday and throws me off. Time to water the needy boys, gang. Gotta water the frickin' plants. Oh, my word. That's my preference. Working so much right now and the weather's breaking, so housework. Oh, yeah. Yup. Messing with the agenda. I got you. Really trying to be earlier. It's just rough. I got you, Cook. I got you. I understand. My schedule is pretty set in stone these days. It's just, it's a lot already. My hours are a lot, so I get you. Nostalgia is from the terms meaning home and pain, and from soldiers missing home to the point of sickness. Homesickness. Sure. Gotcha. Interesting. Home and pain. Nostalgia. Etymology. I love etymology of words. Always interesting to me. Always interesting to me. You know my problems with certain narcissists. I do. Actually, yes. It's true. But you also know how I think I apologize too much. Ah, yes. I didn't think of that. Always assumed that was because of said narcissist. I see ya, kitty. I see ya. Maybe I'm just catch up with Chap. Maybe we come back to this idea. Like this season for me, this ski season for me. Oh, I mean, this season is pretty ridiculous. Is that what you're at? There's no snow. It's kind of terrible. It's kind of ridiculous. Slash, good morrow. Good to see you, sir. Good to see you. I tip my coffee cup to you, and I raise mine to you. Good to see you, sir. Good to see you indeed. Welcome on in. Welcome. For me, I have loads of mercy and grace until I need it. Then I realize I'm in very short supply. Then I feel like a fraud. Can't supply what I hope to receive. Yeah? Yeah, okay. Yep. No mercy and no grace for yourself then, huh? Dougal! It's good to see you. Hello. Afternoon for you, morning for me. Welcome. What a pleasure. More housework is more work than I'm doing now at work. Yeah. There's a lot of perfectly productive things to do, y'all. Do you think that may be related? And if I know that it is an issue, could it hinder the process of growth? Apologizing too much? Knowing when it's necessary to apologize is like... Okay, the short answer to that is we ought not apologize for something that is not wrong. So if someone says you bumped into me and you didn't bump into them and they demand an apology, you're like, I didn't bump into you. You can say something like, hey, I'm sorry that you think that some wrong has befallen thee or whatever, but I will not apologize for running into you when I didn't. That's anchored in truth. Okay? That's the reason that it's so important. If you're anchored in truth, like reality, Like, this actually happened. This actually didn't happen, okay? We talked about stick and snake a couple weeks back and stuff like that, and perception is reality. But there definitely is objective reality, all right? There is. It's concrete stuff. And if you apologize for things that aren't true, things that did not come to pass, things that aren't real, like, you can apologize that someone is upset. That's sympathy, right? You're saying, I'm sorry that you feel like this, but I didn't bump into you. As soon as you cede reality, C-E-D-E, cede, as soon as you give it up, you forfeit reality, the game's over. Life's over. Stop forfeiting reality. If someone demands something from you that is simply just unhinged, unattached from reality, don't move an inch. And we can all get back to living. We haven't been particularly good at the last 10, 15 years or so. So yeah, no, don't forfeit truth. And that's what it is. So if you apologize for something that you don't need to apologize for, dangerous, slippery slope stuff. So yeah, slippery slope stuff. I would say apologize when appropriate, and learning when it's appropriate to apologize. Owning something where you're like, nah, that's legitimately my fault. I screwed this thing up. I said I just missed a meeting earlier this month, and I'm like, it doesn't matter what all, I had a bunch of like, I thought this thing happened, this thing happened. None of that excuses that I wasn't there when I said I would be, when I was expected to be. I had a whole bunch of like in my brain, like, no, there are a bunch of causes, but none of it changes the fact that I wasn't there. So an apology was necessary. Me saying, I dropped the ball, I'm sorry. Here's what I'll try and do in the future to prevent it from happening again. That's it. Own it. That was reality. I was called upon for horse content. That's right. Called upon for horse content. It's awfully good. Awfully good, the horse content, you guys. You should be so lucky, you all, to know someone like Intra who has horse content. Speaking of the talk last night, the most recent voice message I sent you will give you a chuckle. Oh boy. Oh boy. Looking forward to it then. When I get to the pile of DMs, you mean? I did, but over time, of course. Still, it's a lot of consistent trend downward. Good morning, baby. Oh, it's the hot bride. Look who's awake. Yeah, you. Yeah, you. Yeah, you. Look who's awake. The cute one over there. That one. Slow weight loss, more sustainable, rapid. He is. A lot of crazy stuff with weight loss out there. A lot of crazy science. Now 155, being 5'8", and built for moving hay and riding horses. I did well, I think. Built for moving hay. I like that. That's a fun way. I like that a lot. I don't think he's still in school either. What? No. Telling him you said that. I'm messaging him right now. Diesel is in school. What do you mean? I could have sworn. Listen, now you've got me. Now I'm being gaslit. One of you is in school, or you were like a month ago. Yeah, like one of you two. There's no way that I'm. Is there a third? Okay, I listen. I met you guys and Intra. And it's not Intra, so it's you three and. I mean, I met Copper, at the same time. I only met, like, a handful of you are, like, in my brain, like, glued together, because I met you all at the same time. Now, one of you is in freaking school. I saw you in, like, gym clothes during the festa. One of you literally called into the festa, like, in gym clothes. One of you did that. I will not be gaslit. I will not be gaslit. Also, you can go ahead and reach out to him anyways, because I haven't seen Diesel in forever. Sass him. Be like, where the hell are you? Why aren't you hanging out anymore? Gus misses you. The hell? Yeah. Unbelievable. And there's some Cawfee. Hell yeah, Cawfee. Let's go. Norfolk Pine has come back from its transplant shop. Keep away from open flame. Oh no. Is it way thirstier It might be just way thirstier than you think, Mel. I've had a couple plants that I'm like, I wait for them to like dry out between waterings and all that jazz, and it turns out, no, they just need to be watered every freaking day. And no water instructions told me that. Look at it, I don't know. If you've got nothing to lose, try it. Try watering it, not every day, but like maybe every other day or every third day or something like that. Keep it wet, see what happens. Maybe it's just one that really likes water. You've certainly got the humidity if that's its problem, but I don't know. Red Bull team wants to do something for you in the future, and this was a question that needed to be answered. For me? Wait, the glass wasn't a hypothetical question? That's so sweet. What? Aw. Of the glasses. Aw. It's very thoughtful of you guys. Why you gotta call me out like that? Shouldn't apologize to the wall when I bump into it? Yeah, exactly. That's right. I mean, unless you did bump into the wall. Then you can apologize to the wall. I've been fighting that not forfeiting reality thing with my sister when she starts to sundown. Yeah, Guts, yeah. Honestly, like, yours is such a great, if not totally miserable circumstance. It's a great example of like, no, you don't just get to exist in this insanity that you live in because it affects other people. Like, you don't live in a vacuum. You don't live off in nothing where your delusions are just free from consequence. Your delusions affect other people. So if you're walking down the street screaming at people saying, stop bumping into me, and nobody's anywhere near you and they're giving you actually a wide berth because you're screaming, you are affecting other people. You know, you're not in a vacuum. So your circumstance is a great visual for this, Guts. It's hard, sucks, miserable, hate it for you, but it's not a bad example. We got to be tethered to reality, you guys. Like, we can, as a society, any sized society, whether it's a community like this, or a town, or a city, or a state, or a province, or whatever, or a country, there has to be, the vast majority of people have to be tethered to reality in order for any society to function. And again, any size. So if it's 5 people, it will be very difficult for 4 people to float to one who's not tethered to reality. If it's 50 people, much easier. Still difficult to float one person who's detached from reality. If it's 5,000 people, now we can pretty handily, have one person who's not tethered. We can handle the one person sort of thing. But it needs to be the extreme minority of people. If half of whatever your group size is unhinged, untethered, the group is doomed. It's not possible to progress because you'll spend all of your time fretting about like, okay, well, how does this fit in with their delusion and theirs and theirs? And okay, I have to explain this in a way that they will grasp, and the logistics breakdown. So you have to spread load like amongst a vast majority of grounded people, something like that. And so yeah, your circumstance in your family, Guts, is it's tough, really tough, because it's a small number of you trying to wear this, and that's the aim, incidentally, of saying we would like outside support, spread loading. So when you don't get it, it's friggin' hard. We could definitely do better at not ceding to untruths. You ain't wrong, dude. You ain't wrong. Mouse! Mouse, thank you for the lurk. Super good to see you. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for calling her out, Guts. I appreciate you. Hot Bride's so heckin' cute. She is awfully cute. Gotta get back to work. Have a great morning, everyone. Afternoon or night. Good time zone, Zen. Godspeed, Spider-Man. That answers that. I always just figure that if I just apologize for whatever it is she's upset about, it stops her from continuing. Nope. It gives them more fuel. It gives them more fuel because they know they can get away with it. It's part of the abusive cycle, is people find out how they can move you. That's what abuse basically is, okay? Any kind of abuse, whether it's physical abuse, psychological abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse, whatever abuse, it's to move you. Physical abuse is, yeah, okay, you can physically move someone. You can physically manipulate someone, right? It's, you're not gonna go out. Move you away from door. Obviously, there's a lot more violence typically involved, but not always. Some of it is just physically blocking you. It's to move you from where you are to perhaps somewhere that you don't want to be, or at least somewhere where you weren't. So if you are emotionally well and stable, emotional abuse is moving you from that. And so they're constantly looking to see how they can move you. Does this work? No, that didn't do anything. Does this work? Oh, she moved. Tool for the tool belt. Tool for the abuser's tool belt. Oh, I did this to get a rise out of him, and he ignored it. I did this to get a rise out of him, and he ignored it. I did this to push his buttons and get a rise, and he responded. Tool for her tool belt. So the fewer things, the fewer delusions that you give way to, the less tools, the fewer tools that anybody has. I said less. That's ridiculous. Okay, I'm gonna put this to bed. Some people don't know this. This is a random side quest for language, back to words and stuff like this. Do you guys know how to use less and fewer? I've been noticing this a lot lately. A bunch of different podcasts have been doing this, and people have been saying less when they mean fewer, and I don't think people know how to use them. So here's a fun little. Okay, you use less if it's a massive something, and you use fewer if the something can be counted into individual parts. Okay, for instance, there is there is less water in here than there was this morning. Okay, there's less water in here. Water being this amorphous amount. Okay. On the other hand, if I had a pallet, a flat or whatever, of water bottles, I would say, if half of them were gone, there are fewer waters in here than when it started, than when I bought it. It's not water because it's not one. It's in individual pieces. It's still water. But if it can be counted in individual units, you use fewer, not less. You don't say, I have less waters. That's the use case for fewer. Okay? And so people, same thing. You say, there are fewer people in attendance today than average. You don't say less people. That doesn't make any sense. So that's the grammar. That's how it works. Now you guys know. Ta-da! Hooray! You did it. You say there's less snow on the mountain. You don't say there's fewer snow on the mountain. You could say something like, with how little snow there is, I have to make fewer snowballs count in the snowball war because there's less snow to go around. Snow being the mass, fewer being individual snowballs. Anyways, now you learned a fun thing about words. Now, you know. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see. I was in school back in the 2000s. I love that we get to talk about things in the stuff like that, because that's also how people will talk about this century ski. Back in the 2100s, they're like, yes, back in the 2000s. It's like us saying the 1900s. Go easy on me, you guys, okay? Be patient with me. I was born in the 1900s. It's an accurate phrase. It's an accurate phrase. Zacchaeus, early things. It's good to see you, my dude. I'm so far behind on chat. I'm so terribly sorry. It's true. Yes, Saturday mornings, you guys, we got a 90-minute just chatting. The just chatting, coffee, and chill. Chums? Yeah, the JCCCCC. We have that on Saturday mornings. Here we are. Starting at 10 a.m. Pacific. They're only 90 minutes long, though. I gotta zoom. Only DK, yeah. Donut King. Yes. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Darth? Who Darth? From DK's community? No, it wasn't Darth. No. It wasn't Darth I was thinking of. There's Diesel. Yeah, it's been too long. Sorry, Diesel. I miss your face. Speak of the Diesel, and there he is. That's right. It's good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Darth is the only one that comes to mind too, but they've been around long before DK Crew. Oh, who's still in school? It was definitely not Darth, no. Indeed, I've been watering like crazy. Also above a humidifier. That could be the problem, actually. If there's a humidifier that actually puts out humidity, like actual visible humidity, that will absolutely kill your plants. Don't put that on your plants. I learned that the hard way. If you've got like one of those like subsonic whatever humidifiers that actually puts up like a little plume of like mist or whatever it is, keep that far the hell away from your plants. All plants. Even if plants are like, I love humidity. I'm from the Amazon. I need the jungle stuff. All of that direct moisture will rot your plants so fast. No, you need it to be available in the air. That's what the humidity is that they want, is just available in the air. Between the air particles, there should be water particles that it can pull from as it breathes. But if it's mist that is around the plant all of the time like that, it suffocates the plant and it promotes fungus. So you'll get the rot, you'll get the fungus, and it will drown them. It'll physically drown the plants. It's as if you are smothering them. So if you've got one of those diffusers, that's what I'm after. If you got a diffuser or whatever the humidifiers that just put out the little plume of humidity that you can physically see, or like you can visibly see the little plume, keep that far away from plants. It will kill your plants. I killed 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to say 4 plants by doing that. I was in a big space and I was like, okay, well, I'm going to just do this humidifier and I'm going to huddle them all together so that they can all benefit. It killed all of them. Yeah, there was no oil or anything in there. It was just water. It was a brand new one. It had never been used. There was no residuals. There was no nothing. It was just water. And then I'm like, what is happening? And they all want high humidity. Not like that. Not like that. Glass was indeed not a hypothetical question. An idea for something for you. My gosh, troublemakers may talk about my situation as an example. I'm okay with that. Okay. Like more specifically. Nah, it's okay. I don't need to go into more detail beyond what I have. But thank you. I need to work out mic camera setup if I'm going to do actual horse content. Have any suggestions? Last time I used mic, it was terrible. Couldn't keep it from peaking. There's little clip-on ones that people get with the little fuzzy bit. That's what it is. To keep it from peaking, to keep it from popping and all that jazz, you get the little fuzzy thing on it. So you get the little clip-on microphone, little Bluetooth one, keep it topped up, keep it charged, ready to go, whatever it is, and you clip it, a lapel mic, that's what they're called. You get a little lapel mic that has a little fuzzy bit on it, like a windbreak on it, so that'll keep it from the air popping, hitting it and blowing it up and whatever it is. That's how you do it. Little lapel mic. Yep. And if you're going to do live content, you can, that's a little different than if you're going to do long form recorded type stuff, because you can take the recorded side and you can clean it up in post. You can clean up the audio in post, right? But yeah, if you're going to be doing live content, you'll need something that can be a little more robust than that. As for the camera, you could do a GoPro type thing. Most people think GoPros now very different than what they actually are. It's like, oh, a GoPro, that's an expensive sort of setup. GoPros are really cheap these days. They used to be really pricey because it was like, oh my gosh, how do you get a camera that small? Well, okay, every camera is small now. So GoPros are really cheap for setups like that, and of course they're mobile. That's the whole point. Again, difference between long form and live content here, but for broadcasting, that can be pretty tough. You need a really solid Wi-Fi connection. I don't know how far your Wi-Fi extends from the where it's at, its base station, out to the horses, right? Like how far of a reach you've got. You can put that Wi-Fi next to a window, for instance, so that it can reach out, like point the little antennas on your router, whatever it is, in the direction of your horses, and that can help. Otherwise, you're relying on mobile data. And the mobile data for live streaming that's still really rough stuff. You could get something like Starlink that will accomplish something similar. Yeah, all of that is a lot of considerations for live streaming from mobile. Video stuff is in particular difficult because of upload limits. from mobile and all the rest. So if you've got a Wi-Fi connection and it can reach your phone out where you are, you can stream from your phone. You can have the camera. If you're having something like a GoPro, you could have that talk to your phone. You could have a setup back in the room, and then you could have the camera talk back to the room, but then you don't know if something's been disrupted unless you have somebody who's like in your ear, like an in-ear monitor, being like, nope, your connection's severed. Then you have a production team. Live content is very difficult to do when not stationary in a studio like this. So, it's tough. It's tough. Anything outside like that. If you're doing... excuse me. If you're doing long form content though, or even shorts or whatever it is, if you're doing something that you can edit and post, all of that's super easy. Then yeah, you could use your phone to film things, because phones have great cameras nowadays, and even like passable microphones. I would still say go with a lapel mic. Skip the phone mic if you've got a choice at all. Get a lapel mic. Those are also really cheap now. Even like solid, like good lapel mics are cheap. And then you just throw it all in DaVinci, clean it up. Throw the AI filter on it that's like, clear out the background noise, isolate, and it'll do that. It'll take 2 seconds. Yeah? My 2 cents. But I don't know. I don't know. Tried that and I couldn't access settings. Can't be wired because I need my phone for streaming it. Yeah. EDK, welcome to English class with Professor Godfather. That's right. Gather round, children. 10 a.m. Pacific. That's right. Totally. That's the one. 10 a.m. Pacific. That's right. That's us. That's us, silly. Here. I was literally in here the other day. Days ago. I miss your face, Diesel. What do you mean? I can't miss you more than that. I can't be like, how come Diesel's not plugged in where I get to see Diesel on a regular scheduled basis? I can't complain. A man can't complain, Diesel? What if I just like your company, huh? Huh? What if I like your insights? What if I like your input? Just dying over here. I could probably try to drink some more. Ultrasonic humidifier. Thank you, Ellie. Those things. Also an interesting part of how some museums rely on people to keep the artifacts safe, such as bone or wood, by breathing. All the visitors kept the relative humidity between 40 and 65%. When they're temporarily closed down for 3 days, it got dangerously low, so they had to take measures. You also don't want it above 70% because that promotes fungus. Yup. Stinky, watery breath? Good for museums. That's hilarious, silly. That's hilarious. Yes, some artifacts, all artifacts, anything that's that old, especially made of natural materials, wood, papyrus, any of that sort of stuff, obviously need those sorts of protection measures. But also metals are no different. Metals and stuff contract and expand with temperature, right? They get bigger, smaller, particles get, the molecules get ripped or pulled apart, smushed together. And so yeah, humidification control is very important for preservation of things. So doing something like in a vacuum. That's why a lot of really old documents will actually be kept in vacuum. Like, it's a huge budgetary thing to make sure that whatever like enclosure that they're in is a vacuum. So like this is sealed, so there's no air, there's no contraction, there's no expansion. It's in stasis effectively. And that's an enormous expense, and that'll be used for the oldest of artifacts that exist out there. Yeah. Yep. So vacuum controlled systems to evacuate the air and all that. It's crazy. To evacuate. Oh. Panda! Hello, good to see you, sir. Hello. How you doing? Good to see you. Welcome in. Had one of those mics and it was rough. Have better Wi-Fi now. Tried live stuff and the mic was unusable pretty much. Oh well, trial and error. I don't know what brand I was looking at because I was looking into getting a lapel mic Intra. Let me see if I have them like on hand. I don't know that I do. Jeez, I got a lot of stuff saved. I'll never find this. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to find this. I have too much stuff. I would say, like, a really good way to do this is find a creator that you like their content, you don't find it hateful, you don't hate their audio, you don't hate any of that stuff, and see what they use. Just find something similar. If someone goes outside with horses, for instance, if anybody does, any wildlife people out there, see if they've got a lapel mic and find out what lapel mic it is. Sometimes people will ask in the comments of those videos, what mic do you use? You know, you can ask that too. What mic were you using here? And very often the creator will respond. Or it'll be in their description, I use this equipment. Maybe they've even got affiliate links for it if they really want you to, you know, click on their Amazon affiliate link. But there are a handful of good ones. I want to say, my mind keeps saying Rode. I don't know if that's right. There might be a Rode lapel mic. But there are lots of good. Little, like, they look like a little chip, like a little brick, little rectangle, like that big. Okay? Not the itty bitty little dot ones that people hold up, that they like, all the Gen Z thing where you put it on a pencil. You put the little fuzzy speck on a pencil and that's meant to be memey. That's the point of that. You put the mic on something stupid, you hold it up to your face, the sound audio is bad. That's the joke. That's the meme. So if you're not one of the cool kids, you don't get that that's the joke, but that's not intended to be good audio. No, there are perfectly good ones though that clip on to whatever, the little rectangle things. They're not microscopic. They are like 1.5 inches by 1 inch, 2 inches by a full inch, 2 inches by 1.5 inches, something like a little brick that clips on, and they're great. So I've heard lots of them that are really solid. Again, though, doing stuff in post can clean up a lot of problems. So even if you find people out there that make content and it sounds really good to you, it is possible that they just fixed it in post. Throw it in DaVinci and say, clean up the background noise. And it says, you got it, boss. And it does a pretty good job nowadays. Their AI system, the AI system of doing that has become much more careful. It used to be that any amount would just like dim all of the audio, but no, it's much more precise now. Much more precise. Caleb, it's good to see you, Caleb. I have an interview set up for public housing. Hope it's not at a complex that has a DOJ file. Dang. I also hope you don't end up in that kind of public housing. Caleb, it's good to see you, my friend. Glad that you're here. I don't know, man. I'm just a dog. I don't know, dog. I'm just a man. I'm just glad to see you. I'm just glad to see you, Diesel. Glad that you're here. Good job, EDK. We did it. We lured him in. High fives. Ready? Whoosh. And got him. It all worked out. Humidifier is only for when everything in the house starts shocking me. Yeah, sure. No. The humidifier, like, that's fine and all. But if it's running and that plume or whatever is near the plants, it will kill the plants. So if you want to run it for, like, humidifying the air for the plant's sake or even for your own sake, whatever it is, do it away from the plants. You said that it's underneath your Norfolk pine. That's the only reason that I brought it up at all, is you're like, here's the pine, which I know you have like on a platform, and the humidifier is underneath that. I don't know what kind of humidifier. So if it's like a humidifier that you can't see and it's just blowing it out into the air, great. But if it's a little plume thing, that's probably what's killing your Norfolk pine. I don't know, maybe. I don't know. Just throwing it out there. Better do it. What in the heckin' darn misfire? Oh, it's good to see this guy live right now. Look at this sharp-looking dude digging the blue. I'm glad you're digging the blue. It's good to see you, my dude. How'd your stream go last night? Yo and Abby out there tearing it up. I didn't even get to say hi, but you had my bandwidth, because of course you had my bandwidth. It's always a pleasure, sir. I hope that you've been doing cigars darn good that you can hardly stand it. Yes. Yeah, Saturday mornings, you guys. Saturday mornings now. I have a 90-minute just chatting stream. Just chatting, coffee, and chill. Chums. The JCCCC. Bless you, unless it was a cough. Then keep that to yourself. No, I just cleared my throat. Coffee does that. I don't know why people don't talk as much as me. That's really the end of the sentiment. No, people don't talk as much as me, so I don't know that non-talkers understand this fully. But coffee, like, this is not like, I say this all the time and people kind of like, yeah, that's funny. Coffee makes you phlegmy. Your body produces mucus and all the jazz in your esophageal. It does that with just coffee, with black coffee. Coffee has that biological effect on humans, okay? You produce more of it when have coffee, okay? But then dairy does that too, separately. Dairy makes you more phlegmy, okay? That's right. And if you pronounce phlegm without the G in there, you're wrong. Such a funny freaking word. Phlegm's so funny. Anyways, it produces that, okay? And the more like fat content that's in it, the more phlegmy you get, okay? All of that. So if you have separately, each of these things produces more mucus and all that jazz, which makes you clear your throat. And then you combine them into coffee with like heavy cream or half and half or whatever it is. It's the perfect storm for making you have to clear your throat every 2 seconds. But you'd never know it if you don't talk. You just sip your coffee and just sit there and work at your computer silently. You won't recognize this. You won't notice this because you won't have to. You won't have to clear your throat because you're not doing any talking. No vocalization means you don't have to care what's happening with your airway and all of that. So, for you talkers out there, you will be undoubtedly familiar with this because it's how bodies respond to these things. So there you go. Now you know. Stuff and things. Now you know. Alright, we getting the side ideas, all that. It worked. I'm glad to have you in. Glad we got you in. It's very good. It all worked out. That's a shibboleth. It's true. It's a shibboleth. We got our shibboleth. The Mimi mic. That's right. AI voice filters are amazing. Not even like, I don't mean one that alters your voice. I mean AI voice isolation technology. Similar. It's a sort of a filter. But yeah, it filters out what's in the background. So for instance, you guys, for those of you who've been around for a long time, you know that I historically always had a cigar on Friday nights. They were also much longer lectures, which made it much more sensible. Now that I'm trying to do, and I'm succeeding at, to some extent, not right where I want it yet, but still better than it was. Now that they're shorter segments on Fridays by design, it makes it much more difficult to justify having a cigar in here. Because I won't be able to finish a cigar in that amount of time. Like, if I'm talking a bunch and I'm lecturing and I'm only working on the cigar between all of that, it's like a 4-hour smoke. Well, that's how long the streams used to be. They're not that long anymore on Friday nights. So anyways, while I was doing that, I had air filtration systems running like crazy in order to have a cigar indoors. I'd have the windows open. I'd had fans circulating, circ fans moving the air outside. I had other ones circling the air around the room. I've got a giant air filter, like HEPA filter thing over here, specifically designed for stuff like cigar smoke. Like, I got a bunch of moving parts to make it all happen. The ventilation in here is all like covered up so nothing leaks out to the rest of the house. I have to seal the door. There's a lot that goes into having a cigar in here. Be really simple if I was just sitting out on the back porch or something. You know, it'd be really easy. But no, having it in here is a logistics mess. But even when I'd ask people, hey, can you hear the fans? And they'd go, oh, you're fine. What they meant was, I don't mind the fan. But nobody would ever answer me honestly and say, I can definitely hear the fans. Which means they're definitely going to show up in your recordings, Gus. Which is what I was asking about to begin with. I appreciate someone being like, no, it doesn't bother me, continue. That's very nice. But what I was asking was, is this going to be a nightmare in post? The answer is yes. Not so much anymore. That has largely changed, and that's because of the AI voice isolation type stuff. The softwares in like DaVinci Studio, where you can put it in there, and it will say, oh yeah, what you're after is this voice thing that's happening right now. The rest, how much do you want me to tamp down the rest? And it can make distinctions between those two. So it can hear the background of the fans, and it can just, gone. It's incredible how good it is. So I can go back into my old recordings now, and what was impossible to clean up once upon a time now is really easy. And so if you're outside somewhere and it's windy or whatever it is, if you're doing it live, that's going to be tough. That's going to be tough. There are some filters that you can have on live streams. I've got filters on right now. You've got noise gates, you've got EQ, you've got limiters. Like you can do all that stuff live in real time through something like OBS. That's all great. How much of that is available on your phone? How much of that is available doing mobile? Some. It's gonna get there. It's just not there right this minute. But post, you can do all of this stuff in post. That said, I use Studio. I use the paid version of Studio. DaVinci Resolve, like the free version of it, I don't think it has the AI voice isolation. Could be wrong. It might be in there. It might be a lesser extent. I'm not sure. I think, though, it's one of the paid features. And I've got the paid version of Studio because it had enough benefits to it that I'm like, oh, yeah, no, this is definitely warrants the cost of it. A one-time cost? Oh, yeah. I could be a salesperson for them for how good that is. Really annoying that ratings.com doesn't have mics. I'm a fan of their review process. Oh, Rtings. Interesting. Yeah, not familiar. Not familiar. Thumper, hi, Thumble. Didn't you do Blue last week? Yes, I did. I did do Blue, but it was different blue. Different blue, yes. I I think I wore my dotted tie last week, and I have 3 blue vests. I have 3, not 4, right? I have 3 blue vests. This is a different one. This is a different one. And I didn't wear the plum. I know that because I wore the plum on Wednesday. I wore this on Wednesday. I wore the shirt, this colored shirt on Wednesday. So, yeah. It's good to see you, Thumper. Hello. It is a fan humidifier. Cannot see mist even at the highest setting, but still be sure to keep it further from the plant if it needs to go back on. Appreciate you. Yeah, it's the mist thing in particular that you don't want settling on plants. So if it's just a fan, like if it's a swamp cooler or whatever it is, and there's no like visible stuff coming out of it, that's fine. That's fine. A lot of plants want circulating air. Some don't. Could be that it doesn't like it, the circulating air, which is crazy because so many jungle plants want air circulation. And that's why very often if you go into like the greenhouse portion, like of a nursery or whatever it is, for like the quote indoor plants, they will often have big fans blowing around and like you see the plants getting buffeted by the wind. That's good for those plants. Yeah. But also nurseries aren't like an amazing resource for finding out about long-term care. It's kind of a funny irony. They've got a turnover of plants. Right? They get them in from their supplier, they get the plant somewhat happy in their greenhouse, you buy it 2 days later. So if you're like, yeah, how will this look in 10 months? They don't got anything that lasts that long. Some nurseries have some bigger plants that will last, and they'll sit there. But what they'll do is incorporate those into sort of their decor, and those ones are somewhat easier usually. The easier to handle plants. The fickle plants, the divas, those kind of cycle through pretty quick. So they don't need to know about all the long-term care things. Just kind of ironic. Articulation is a gift you have, of which I hope to leech from you to improve my own. Zacchaeus. Well, thank you. I try to be articulate. I try very hard. Now you guys know the difference between less and fewer, though, and the use case for each, and that's pretty cool. That puts you up. A cut above the rest, y'all. A cut above the rest. Also, did you chop off your beard, my dude? I didn't recognize you. I was like, Zacchaeus' son is streaming. It's crazy. My guy. Any particular reason? I can ask you later if you didn't, or if you've already answered it and you're sick of answering it. I don't know. Was there a reason you chopped it off? Was the wife like, it's guts to go? Were you sick of dealing with it? You're like, I'm so tired of the itching and the brr. Like, time for a change. Did you lose a bet? What? It could be any number of reasons, you guys. Oh, I just bought a protein coffee. Oh, I'll let you know how I like it. Oh, I'm not much of a talker, but notice I get phlegmy. I love the G in phlegm. It's the funniest thing, you guys. With dairy. Yep. Aw, thanks, kind sir. We're doing well. Good. We played some Crime Simulator. Abby, for some reason, is really good at that game. Found out quickly that I'm horrible at it. Yeah, but dude, they can never take away from you how good you are at that rolling wheel of cheese game. Whatever else, Misfire, whatever else you stumble and fall whilst doing, whatever else you trip and face into the mud puddle, whatever else that you are just like, oh, so bad and it's embarrassing, and everybody's like, look how bad Misfire is at this game. He's almost as bad as Gus at this thing. They can never take away from you how successful of a cheese wheel you are, or how successful you are at gathering up cheese wheels if you are not the cheese wheel. If you guys don't get the reference, it's sort of a ridiculous story to tell, but that's for you, Misfire. That's for you, my dude. No one can take that away from you. No one. And since you streamed it, there's proof. It exists on the internet. There's evidence. Archival evidence. It exists there. We got Bill to join us, who ended up using a Batman voice. Let's just say Batman hit hard times and changed to do crime with two idiots. Oh, no. Oh, my word. I'm glad you guys had fun. I'm glad to see it. I learned something new today. Gail! How you doing, Gail? I'm not giving up coffee. Oh, yeah. I'm not saying give up coffee. I certainly haven't. It's the reason that I can't have coffee on my normal streams. I'm going to have it with you guys on Saturday mornings and just clear my throat all day. But yeah, no, I'm not giving up coffee. I'm not doing it. Should let you know I feel better since the CNR. I'm glad to hear it, my friend. Glad to hear it. Super good to see you this morning. Super good to have you. I would tell you, I'm a real friend. Aw, thanks, Intra. You're like, this sounds terrible. Boo. 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 What is that Princess Bride? Is that Princess Bride? What's the one where the old lady, boo, boo? What is that? Is that Princess Bride or is that something else? Is that Men in Tights? It's that vein, right? I want to say it's Princess Bride. One of you knows. One of you could tell me. One of you real ones knows better. It's a meme movie like that. The old lady, boo, boo. Yeah, someone knows. Someone knows. Clinker hater becomes not so much of a clinker hater. Listen. It's a software. So far. I don't know, guys. Just saying. We can't talk about that. Oh, okay. It was a sad day. Oh, no, we mourned the beard. Oh, no. Oh, no. I knew there had to be a story. Because I gotta say, I'm like, there are some people out there who, I'll say, I've known a couple folks who really ought not have a beard. They really shouldn't. I don't know what they think it's doing for them. It's no good. It's no good. They should do away with the beard. You look great in a beard. So I was like, huh. I knew there was something. I don't know what it could be. Like, now I'm like, did you get punked? Did one of your kids, like, while you were sleeping go, zzz, like, chop off a chunk of it? Were you like, I think I'll do mutton chops, and then you were like, oh God, I've made a mistake. Like, I think I'll go for the full Fu Manchu. And you're like, oh, what have I done? Any number of things could have happened. We mourn the beard. Okay, we mourn the beard. Okay. That's true. I'm fantastic at chasing cheese down a hill. That's what I'm saying, Misfire. No one can take that away from you. That's set in stone. That goes straight on the resume, my dude. Straight on the resume. Notice it was a different blue. Just noticing the blue theme starting on Saturdays. I know. You do blue next Saturday. I'll be like, Irene, trending blue. That's right. To see if keep noticing. See if the resident rabbit notices. That's right. Calling you out. I have a lot of blue. I have 2 blue suits, and I have a bunch of ties with blue in them, and I have 2 different blue shirts. And so it becomes like, plus a lot of the different colored ties and stuff like that won't work like with blue. So if I wear like a blue vest, for instance, or if I wear my blue, like a full 3-piece with blue, that precludes me from wearing different colored ties. Like I can't mix like a bright ass red tie with the blue suit. It gets muddy really fast. And so I need more neutral colors. And so I end up with a lot of blue. I honestly find myself wishing that I had more options, but really the staples for suits are black or like a charcoal, something like that, gray, the monochromatic scale between them, and blue. Those are the color of suits. There are a couple other ones that I've seen out there that look pretty good on other people. But those are like the 3 suit colors. Like, I'm not gonna, we joked that I was gonna have a bright freaking green suit. I tried to wear a bright green suit, like a leprechaun colored. It's absurd on me in particular. So, not gonna wear it. There are a couple others out there, but really, most guys' suits do not stray far from the trifecta. Black, gray, and blue. So, yeah, you can mix it up with different colored shirts, and that is what, at some point, I'd like to get more dress shirts that can work with that. You wear a black suit with like an orange shirt. You can do that, like a nice light orange shirt. Well, I don't own an orange shirt. Shirts are expensive. Everything's expensive. So I'm sort of working with what I've got. The newest additions to everything are just sort of like the ties, the accessories. And you can't be as versatile with those as one might think. You have to be wearing a pretty neutral suit to begin with. So if I'm wearing, for instance, a white shirt and a black suit, I can wear any tie I want. Any tie. For the entire spectrum of color that there is, any colored tie is acceptable with that combination. But what if I just wore my black suit yesterday? So, okay, I'll wear a blue suit today. That very much limits what color ties I can now wear with a blue suit. So, okay, what if I wear gray? Well, I've really only got the 3 colors. Gray, black, and blue. And I've got to cycle between those. And so adding an extra stream on Saturday mornings really screws me up, because also I see you guys on Wednesdays. So as many of you, like I said, I wore this color shirt on Wednesday. I didn't wear it on stream though. But those of you that I saw on Wednesday are like, didn't you just wear that? With you, yes, but not with the internet. You see? It's a weird balance, you guys. It really is a weird balance trying to figure out like what to wear and when. Honestly, I want to set up like a Mean Girls sort of thing where it's like, we wear pink on this day. We wear pink on Wednesdays. We wear pink on Thursdays. Like I want to have a day. It's like, no, on this day we wear this thing. We're going to, that's the way. It would save me a lot of trouble. I understand. Needed to know how something sounds and nobody telling me squat. I got it, intro. I joke about this with other creators. I was just talking to Marsh about this not so very long ago. You ask someone like, how's the game audio? And they're like, it's good. And then you listen to it in post and you're like, what? Why is this so bad? Why would you all tell me this is good? Well, I don't want to hurt your feelings. I don't care about my feelings. I care about the recording. And everybody just wants to be nice, which is very kind. It's very kind when people are like, I don't want to hurt his feelings. It sounds really bad, but I don't want to hurt him. No, you gotta tell me. You gotta tell it to be true. You gotta be honest with me. I can't change anything. I can't improve anything without it. Oh God. You're very gracious. You're very patient. You're very kind. Thank you. I'm grateful for that. But what about everybody else out there that doesn't like me like you like me? It's like, how do I look in this outfit? You look great. Does that help anybody? Is that actually helpful? Like, oh no, you look fabulous. Oh my God, she's going out in that. Oh my God. Like, that's brutal. That's brutal, ladies. I mean, first of all, I get the competition thing. You're like, yeah, wear that out. I'm gonna get them. I'm gonna get the boys. But that's low. That's low. Win on merit. Win on merit, not because you took out the knees, took the competition out at the knees, okay? Win on merit. That's ridiculous. Oh my gosh. Princess Bride, Dream Scene. Hey, oh, that's right. Oh, it's good to see you. I knew you'd know Princess Bride. Hell yeah, Miss Fire. Scott Ian of Anthrax should always have a beard. There's a lot of folks that really should just have the beard. I'm with you, Gail. Boyfriend looks good with facial hair, but he doesn't like it. Well, it's also got to be sustainable, you know? Like, I've tried facial hair only a couple times, and I hated it because it was so itchy. It's so itchy. And I'm told that that's something that happens when you don't have facial hair, and all of a sudden you do. You mess with it, or you touch it, or whatever it is, and then that irritates the skin, irritates the follicle, that leads to itching, and so people who've had beards for long times, or whatever it is, or like however long, they don't mess with it as much, and therefore they don't get as much irritation, or they just get used to it. Like me, for instance, I've got like razor bumps like everywhere. I get shredded, which means nothing to me because I have them every day because I shave every day. Okay, so I've got like razor burn and all the, like, I don't care. Razor, like dull razor doesn't affect me. But somebody who doesn't shave ever gets shredded and they're like, oh God, how can you do this? I don't know, I just do. You get used to anything. You used to anything. What Olin said, yeah, Duckling knows. Now I just look like a potato. You'll know Wednesday. I saw your stream. I was there for your stream last night. I only got a glimpse. I only got a glimpse of you. Just enough to be like, he doesn't have a beard. So I didn't get to like inspect. I didn't get to pull out the magnifying glass. So, yeah. Got distracted. Time check. Holy crap. Are we out of time? Dude, what? It's crazy. I've seen a lot of tan suits. There do exist tan suits. Tan suits are even more difficult to match color with. Very often it will be a weather-based thing, like a regional-based thing, whether or not you pull off a tan suit. A lot comes down to complexion of your skin for a tan suit. There's a lot of consideration that goes into a tan suit. A lot. Brown? That's similar. Brown suits, there are a lot of complexion considerations. Some people look amazing in a brown suit. Some people really look terrible in a brown suit. Yeah. I don't know that I've actually ever tried on a brown suit myself. I tried on like a camel one, but that was a very long time ago. I don't know. Rip to your beard, Zacchaeus. Hopefully it returns quickly. Yeah, it'll come back. So do you dress up in a full three-piece to go out shopping? I do, Intra, yes. I do. Yes, indeed. If I'm going to be going and doing like heavy lifting or something like that, not so much. I'll dress down some. Like if I know I need to go do some dirty work, like actual like I'm going to go load up, like when we were buying a bunch of soil for plant projects and stuff like that. Yeah, I wasn't going to wear a suit to go load up sacks of dirt into the truck. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, if we're just going grocery shopping or whatever, absolutely I'll be in a suit. Yeah. It won't always be in a three-piece. Sometimes it'd be, you know, like nice shirt, suspenders, tie, whatever. But yes, I do dress up nice to go out because the same sentiment, the same ethos carries over here, which is that each of you are worth getting dressed up for. So are the folks at Walmart. Yeah. They're the occasion, just like you are. Yeah. Be the change you want to see. Like, if you go to a store in your pajamas and looking all unkempt and ridiculous, you never, ever, ever get to complain, man, this place isn't very classy. Of course it's not, because of you. That's just the way that it works. Everybody seems to be like, everybody else should elevate this place. I want to be comfortable, though. You know? So be the change. Be the change. Interviewer, can you tell me some of your strengths and weaknesses? Me, great at fixing things, making people laugh, chasing a wheel of cheese down a hill in a race against friends. My hand-eye coordination while tumbling down a hill to catch a cheese wheel mid-air before anyone else. Oh, maybe wearing a blue shirt, making my blue eyes pop. That's exactly right, Miss Fire. That is the cover letter right there. Just put that, forget it being like an interview question. Just be like, cover letter. Right out of the gate. That's how you get in there. Wear a black suit, really dark shade of navy blue that people can't tell is navy blue unless in the right lighting. Yeah, but then the lighting changes a lot of what's gonna come through. It's something. Like I've done that before where like you can't see the tie. I have a tie, incidentally, a brown tie, that you guys can't see. In the lighting for this set, you can't see that it's a brown tie. In the daylight, you can tell. On set here, you can't tell. And so it looks like I'm wearing either no tie at all, it just blends into the shirt entirely, or you kind of maybe catch it in the right light and you go, oh, he is wearing a tie, it's just black. No, it's brown. But you can't tell, depending on, even if I'm wearing like a white shirt, you're like, oh, he's wearing a black tie with his white shirt. No, it's a brown tie. So lighting is everything. Lighting's everything. Fully support the Mean Girls dress code. Hell yeah, Thump, we're going. You can fix in 5 minutes, tell them. That's right, Instra. Lots of times the game audio ends up being quiet compared to the voice of the creator. Yes, and that is, that's a design decision for a lot of creators where the purpose of the stream is the entertainment brought by the creator. Perhaps older games is especially true, where it's not like a reveal of the game. Nobody's after the story. Like this was true when I played BioShock. BioShock had been out for like 15 years when I played it. Nobody was like, what's the story of this game? They were interested in my playing it. And so the audio of me ought to be more because they know the game. They know what sounds the game makes. That's not why they're there. They're there for the person playing the game. But if it is for a premiere of a game or something like that, especially new releases, people will very often take umbrage with the creator being as chatty as I am or being as loud as I am. They're like, shh, I'm trying to see the story. Very different kinds of streams. I think the difference is wearing headphones. Without headphones, you can't always tell. With headphones, you can tell. Yep, that's true. That's true. And I've had people with both say, I can hear this, I can't hear that. I don't know. Back in the day before I put on the pounds, I would wear a lot of suit vests. Wardrobe of like 40 or 50 different vests? What? You still have those, Red? What? I will get back there. I have faith in myself to lose this weight. That's super cool. You have 40 or 50 vests? I own 6. No, 7? I own like 7 vests, 2 of which I can't wear. I know, that's crazy. Good for you, Glen Coco. You go, Glen Coco. Every day, discipline, my dude. I couldn't shave every day. If I can squeeze in a day where I don't talk to anybody, I try to do this on Thursdays if it's possible. If we're not going somewhere, which we did this Thursday, we had medical stuff for Hot Bride. I love to give my skin a break, so I'm not constantly trashing it. So sometimes I can squeeze in like 1 day a week where I don't shave. Some days, some weeks, but this week was not one of those weeks. So, yeah. Anyways, thank you for dropping all the links. I appreciate you, Mel. Nice black shirt, I guess. Tier! Okay, gang, this is so frustrating. Yesterday, I said about Tier in text, Tier is a just mod. I capitalized the word just. Okay, this is in a different stream. Just. J-U-S-T. Tier is a just mod. I will take my ban, is what I said. It was read by the streamer as, because they only glanced at it. You know, I mess up chat all the time. I misread chat all the time. It was said by the streamer, Tier is just a mod. Like, Tier's only a mod. Dismiss him. He's just a mod. And then Tier ran with it. And then Tier is like, I am, excuse me? Hello? Dismissing Tier. Yeah, I said Tier is a just mod. Nobody went back. I said, go reread what I said. Nobody would. Nobody would do it. Nobody would go and just look and read in context and read what I said. I'm like, text. How many times I tell you guys? Text in chat, in frickin' Twitch chat. Impoverished medium. All sorts of problems. Impossible to read the room correctly. So much room for misinterpretation. It's unbelievable. I almost DM'd him. I almost DM'd Tier here and was like, my dude, listen, I do not have time. But I said you are just, like the word justice. Like, this is, but also then am I patronizing? I don't, just lose. Doesn't help that English is a second language. It's really freaking good at it, but there's a reason that I capitalized the word just. Because I couldn't put emphasis on it. Gang, I have to quit. I have to end here. I'm 7 minutes over and I can't do that on Saturdays. I gotta end. Okay, next stream is tonight, you guys. I've got a CNR here very shortly, which is why I have to run. Cosa Nostra Rendezvous, small group get together. That happens in like freaking 20 minutes now. I gotta go see Hot Bride because I haven't seen her because she wasn't awake when I started streaming. I gotta go see her. CNR after this. I got meetings and stuff leading up to evening stream. So evening stream tonight. New game, Viewfinder. Viewfinder. Patrons voted. Off we go. It's a perspective puzzle game. Something. I don't know. I haven't seen any of it because as usual, I like to go in blind. That's what we're doing tonight. Starts at 5 p.m. Pacific time. That's like 6 hours from now. 5.5 hours from now. It's just over 5 hours from now. Okay, next stream. Anything but Apex. It's gonna be great. Viewfinder. Gonna be a lot of fun. Looking forward to it. That's it. So we're gonna raid out. We gotta raid out. Shh, we gotta raid out. Short of Hars. We're gonna raid Hars. I never get to raid Hars. Hars is an absolute sweetheart. I actually don't know that I've ever been able to raid Hars. Have I? I don't think I've ever been able to raid Hars. She always streams early. We're gonna raid Hars. She doesn't have a camera on today. Very sad. No camera for Hars. We're still gonna raid her. We're still gonna raid her. I gotta be quick. I gotta be quick. Who is live on Rumble? Our new Italian friend is live on Rumble. He's playing Expedition 33. Let's do it. I don't know how many of you have seen it. I don't know how many of you... Ooh, his thumbnail is him in a suit. We do love a good suit, don't we? Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I will not be able to stick around. I got a raid and fade. No matter what, I'd be grateful. If you guys want to do your own vibe checks, you decide to follow, you decide to watch, you do you. No obligation to remain. You have already done me and the Mafia community kindness by going along for the thing and all of the excite raid. There's a raid message if you are here and you are present and you are still with us. I'd be grateful if you'd copy the raid message and drop it over there. Let them know who sent you, and then you can be on your merry way. There's no obligation to do anything else. Okay, so we're gonna go see Hars on Twitch, and we're gonna go see the Italian CEO on Rumble. Okay, here's who we're going to see on Twitch. Hars is one of the longest standing supporters. There's her name, in case you get left behind, in case Twitch loses you. She has been one of the most, like, fiercely loyal members of the Mafia for so long. Years she's been around here. Many years. Longer than almost everybody. And she keeps on coming back. A glutton for punishment, this one. A veritable masochist. And she's an absolute sweetheart. So, her microphone, speaking of intro, you'll hear her microphone and just, like, immediately be like, what is happening? Listen. Her setup is pretty bare bones, but I love her to pieces. And so I would love to raid her. So I'd be grateful if you guys go along for the raid. That's it. That's all I got. That's all I got. Okay, we're gonna set that up there. We're gonna get this raid going over here. Catch our Italian friend. Get that cooking over there. Copy my own raid message. Okay, thank you to everybody who makes all this possible. It means an awful heckin' lot. In particular, the public patrons: Aki, Dano, Leanne, Goose, Kira, Abby, Tink, Helly, May, Karma, Pencil, Pre, Retro, Rick, Ryan, Mouse, Trotsky, Pell, CJ number 1, and Zin. Ooh, oh my word. Fabulous humans these, for whom I am super grateful. Super grateful. What will it look like, gang? What will it look like in the hours ahead? Or we'll get to stream some more, and get to go play the new Viewfinder game, from which I made a fun thumbnail that has a cat on it. Did you see it in the Go Live? Look, it's got a, I don't know why the cat... I'm like, is it the Cheshire Cat? I'm confused. Anyways, we're gonna find out together tonight at 5 p.m. in like 5 hours. So hopefully I'll see you guys all then. Thank you all for being here, making this morning special. I freaking love these times with you guys. God, they go by so fast. It's unbelievable. Okay, ready? Come and see. And as ever, I will strive to see that's a decision that you don't regret. In the meantime, I wish for you each marvelous evenings, mornings, wherever you be, and I will see you on the other side.
Happy Saturday. How are you? Thank you, thank you, thank you.